This is DENMARKREAL. I am Amar Ahmed. My mission is to connect human beings all over the world. And I want you to be with me on this trip. Every week I'll be sharing stories from amazing guests. I believe that every one of us have something special, that every one of us have a story to tell and a song to sing.
Then I said to myself, if you really want to be a master, you need also time. Then I walk around the tree and say, now I think I'm got it. But after 7 years, when I use black, it's kind of a shadow of my life and a shadow of everything. Because I see shadow of human being that's more stronger. You can always create art, design, everything. But if you don't know your reflection, that will not life. This is not meaning about the deep into the art scene. For many years ago, I lost my mom. I lost good friends. I lost something. People inspired me a lot. What do I do in 5 years?
Yeah,
then I said, maybe I don't know actually in 5 years. I live just in the moment, in the present. Maybe if after 5 years, you can ask the question. So I have a lot of stories to tell you because I feel happiness every time I wake up. That my heart is still beating. I wake up that I can listen, see, smelling. That's life. So every time I cook, I just think about my mother. So she also there because she had learned me to cook when I quite small. I just chop in the kitchen with her, and she always said to me, really good to understand. When you cook, you also taste the food. But she said, oh, not this just one way, but also you must listen to the food. And listen to the food. I never, I always explain to people. My friend said, listen to the food, yeah. And listen to the food, actually, she means listen to yourself. Then you can cook to the people because you put love into the food. Basic fundament in our life, it's just being who you are. Human create the culture.
Yeah,
culture not creating us. When you feel not good in this kind of system, do something. Look to the past, learn the history, then find out how you create better the story. To fight something meaning for you, to fight something to be something important in your life and meaningful. Don't be afraid, because actually I am afraid a lot of things in my life too.
Yeah.
But when I am afraid, I also trust my fear, so they can be more my friend. Just wake up every day and find a way to create things and find a way to help people, and it gives meaning for every day of life. That is successful. And also this kind of like my art, this kind of reflection.
Yeah.
Reflect yourself, who you are, and then when you reflect yourself, you're understanding and you find the feeling into a painting or drawing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You transform to another way and give to the people.
Welcome to DENMARKREAL. I am Amar Ahmed. With me is Phuc Van Dang. You are an artist and a storyteller.
Yes.
Welcome to you.
Thank you.
Phuc, your approach on life interests me.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you live in black and white and only that?
I think black and white, people say that it's not a color. For me, it's many colors in black or white. For 7 years ago, I focused with the black lines because in that time I'm also painting colors. But somehow I feel missing deep inside the lines. And then I tried to find out, we really want to be a master. And also I should go to stop what I'm doing, restart again. But when I say restart, it means that I'm not start over from art to set, but I think I just find a way to develop my lines. So one time I could not find a way to continue my art because I need time to rethink again. Then I said to myself, if you really want to be a master, you need also time, and you need to find a way to express what you have done, but get more stronger feeling. And I think it's a good way to just run fast after something you need to do. I always said to myself, if you really want to go deep inside the feeling, into the lines, you need to take your time. And the time and take your time, it means I need to also find myself, to a way to discover how I can get this feeling into my life more deeper. So suddenly I go to Fanø. It's a small island in South Denmark, in the west. I went to the summer holiday with a friend. She introduced me in the forest, a beautiful forest, quite small. But I saw a tree, a beautiful tree. Then I saw a tree like me, because the fundament of the tree is really strong, like they connect to the earth, and the roots come up to the plane, and the tree kind old and very not like straight, but more move the way like the wind. So I saw the tree there saying, that's it, that is my lines. So I just saw again and again, and then I walk around the tree saying, now I think I'm got it. But after 7 years. So maybe the tree, because I'm very organic, maybe I just need somehow go to the forest before that, But somehow I just suddenly I was there, and then and the story come up that I saw I have the technique in the art. I'm quite good, but the feeling that I'm missing is not like the old tree, because the old tree is whatever how old they are, they're quite beautiful and they're strong. And deep inside that I see everything. I need to go back to my studio and find a way combined with the feeling like the tree. Then I think I will find the lines again. Then suddenly in that summer, I get back to my studio, and then I creating. So it took me around 7 years to create. Then I choose one color, because it kind of reflect me the black lines. When I use black, it's kind of a shadow of my life and the shadow of everything. Wow. Because I see shadow of human being, that's more stronger. You can always create art, design, everything. But if you don't know your reflection, that will not life. This is not meaning about the deep into the art scene. So my philosophy is the black lines is also combined with the shadow, and also the shadow everything of the life. And also I inspire a lot of music, culture, the architecture. Then I put the shadow into my line, and it's going to be black.
Yeah, because you said something about you're not afraid of death.
No.
And why is that?
I think for many years ago, I lost my mom. I lost good friends. I lost something. People inspired me a lot. Then I get struggling in my life, so I took 2 years to drawing again. After my mom passed away, I could not drawing or painting. But I don't want to be this kind of healing that use my art into this kind of personal feeling. I want to separate it because this is. If I don't separate it, I think I get involved more in healing process. And this is not I want to. I want to focus. If something strong for me, I just say, I take one step at a time to focus and don't mix it. I don't think that art can healing everything. Somebody can do that, but for me, it's kind of a story from my own way to make a concept. There can be influence into my art about death or living or everything, but it's not much. I don't think it's good for me to put this kind of personally into my art. So I just find a way to the way I think is about not a way to be dying, because I live in the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't actually. You have also asked me the question, what do I do in 5 years?
Yeah,
Then I said,
yeah.
maybe I don't know actually in 5 years. I live just in the moment, in the present. Maybe after 5 years, you can ask the question. So I have a lot of stories to tell you. I think this is more excitement. And actually, I have this kind of question: what do you live? What do you want to be? Or after this kind of art, and do you want to develop another way in 5 years? Actually, I don't know. I live in the moment because I feel happiness every time I wake up. That my heart is still beating. I wake up that I can listen, see, smelling. That's life. That I don't need to worry in the future anymore. That I don't need to worry about death, because when you discover this kind of, you're losing, but you're not losing. You still have in your heart and your mind, and just because people have inspired you. So every time I cook, I just think about my mother. So she also there because she had learned me to cook when I quite small. I just chop in the kitchen with her, and she always said to me, really good to understand, when you cook you also taste the food, but she said, oh, not this just one way, but also you must listen to the food. And listen to the food, I never, I always explain to people, my friend said, listen to the food, yeah. And listen to the food, actually, she means listen to yourself. Then you can cook to the people, because you put love into the food when you creating something. So this is a very intellectual way to say not the taste only, also the listen, and listen yourself. Because if you don't listen yourself, how you could create it? Then you can create something beautiful when you listen yourself.
The other thing that also I thought about, your inspiration comes from, you listen to rock and roll when you're...
Yeah, a kind of rock and roll. I like Nick Cave, I like Kate Bush. This kind of music inspired me a lot, actually. Yeah. And then not just sound, but also the lyrics. There must be lyrics that I can, because every time I read, there's something transform into my mind, and then I can connect with the artist's feeling.
You also wrote, I quote this actually from something you said, I'm a human and my heart beats just like yours.
Yeah.
Knowing that, I can adapt to any country I visit, because beneath our cultural differences, we have the same beating heart.
Yeah.
I think that is beautiful, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is a basic fundament in our life. It's just being who you are. And no, really, actually, when time you just shift everything, not be artist, not be nothing. But the same thing, I traveling a lot, then I say, oh, if we just understanding, listen, we know exactly the same feeling, exactly who we are. It's just because we also want to always say excuse this is the culture, this is how culture that creation us. I say no, human create the culture, culture not creating us. When you feel not good in this kind of system, do something, because you can change. You have to find the way you can do that. And this is the culture about, like I also say, this is the culture. I say, no, Actually, I admire culture a lot, but therefore I always said, look to the past, learn the history, then find out how you created better the story to find something meaning for you, to find something to be something important in your life and meaningful. So you still also and you must take your brain with your heart with.
People right now, I think it has always been like that.
Yeah.
When they see something, they see it with the glasses that are colored.
Yeah.
So if the glasses are colored blue, everything they look at turns blue.
Mm.
And the color is actually our thoughts.
Mm.
So we never see reality clearly.
No.
And you said to enjoy it, you have to see everything as it is.
Yeah.
And just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Because every time you use your thoughts,
yeah,
you shift what you see.
Yeah.
You change that.
Yeah. And this is the 1 second you see something, you just smile, or something you say, you can actually use a lot this kind of what you call, don't be afraid, because actually I am afraid a lot of things in my life too.
Yeah.
But when I am afraid, I also trust my my fear, so they can be more my friend. Because you never know, they can be this kind of friendship. You connect with your fear, and they can be fearless. So this is how people, think too much. I think a lot, but I just, give them to be into my feeling. Then I get, like excitement and afraid, but I will be a friend with them because I accept them, like that.
Because
like that.
you said that you don't see things as positive or negative. You try to use them more efficiently.
Yeah, I think when people have this kind of, when I discovered like kids like this kind of not their attitude is can be very negative way, and also adult people or human beings that don't, then they say because they don't know how to learn it, this kind of feeling. So how they can use this feeling to try their best to another way. And this is not right or wrong actually, because we are not perfect. We just try to find out how we can help this kind of attitude in the positive way. If they feel they're suffering somehow in this kind of negative way. And then, when you grow up, maybe some family is not, very bad background. You can always trust them, because they're so bad and they not behave this. But do you ask them why and how they're feeling? And just listen to their story. And when I listen to their story, I'm saying, wow. But then I say to them, but you're still alive. Mm. So if you really want to rethink, redesign again, rethought again, maybe it could help you to not suffering. Because when we talk everything, you always excuse, because this is my background, this is my culture. So, but the excuse is there must reason. Yeah. So the reason that I said to myself, actually I afraid a lot of things, but then I become, friends of this kind of feeling. Yeah. To be honest that I'm not good in this, but actually I'm good in this way, but not this way. So this is accept for me. So I don't afraid to say loud anymore, because actually I'm not good in the very high. When I make a wall painting quite high, I say, oh no, I cannot, do this because it's quite high. But I say, if I turn in my setting, say, I'm not going to die. I create the art to the people, to the public. Okay. So just because there's something, the system, you just not fall out. You just imagine in this way. So I just learn a lot of my body say, no, if you die with art, it's also beautiful. So it's kind of way to find a way to put in positive way.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it could be interesting to people when just deep in your heart, just find a way to give meaning.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not because you must be perfect. It's because you need to understand it and accept it. And then you can move on one step at a time. This is important for me.
Yeah. What is success for you?
Oh, I think the word success, to be success is not about to get, a prize or to be well known or to be famous. Success for me that I can, like I said before, just wake up every day and find a way to create things and find a way to help people, and it gives meaning for every day of life. That is successful for everything.
Yeah.
But because people have this kind of success term, it quite for a goal of like in 5 years or 3 years. Then I think when I was young, I think that this kind of successful something is. But for a while, I say no. To be success is that I can go to Ghana, to work with them, to do something with them, and create something meaningful. And this is a success for me. That they like say, "Welcome, Phuc. You are with us. We are creating together." In the moment I'm there, then after I'm very happy, and that is success.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is not what you call. For me, it's not a specific timeline to run or to hitting,
Yeah.
but more in the, like say, in the present here and now. That is beautiful way.
Be present.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was a genie, what would you ask for?
If you are a genie,
I were-
I will ask you. First, I will ask you, how are you? Because the simple question is, how are you? And if you say, I'm fine, then that's a general way to say, or find a way to, if you're honest, you say, oh, today I'm tired or something like that. But first question is, how are you? And the second is, what is your name? Because the name for me is apart from your parents have given you a name. To be general, you also have a kind of identity, who you are. And this is actually simple question. Then I will learn you more about your life, your storytelling, and that's it.
You are not interested in something for you. You ask me the question back.
Yeah.
I wanted to know if you need something. If I was a genie, if you need something, and that is interesting questions you ask me back. It's different.
Mm?
So what do you need if I was a genie?
Oh, I don't. I need. You also inspired me something. Yeah, something reflection also too. Actually, I don't need too much about people genius or clever or. I always think like same like me, because we have same heart.
Yeah.
Every time actually I meet people very important, and then somehow lately or quite long term now, I just see them like just human. The heartbeat is the same.
Yeah.
So I don't think more what their profile or their job or their director somehow. Actually, I don't need it. Because I don't need this kind of what should I ask them more than. And this is the same question that they always ask me. Phuc, now you artist, can you live with your art? I said, yes, I still alive. So actually, if I still alive, I can do whatever I want to do. I don't need to be artist to not suffering or something like that. I just don't understand this kind of way to ask the question, and because somehow it's just, can I say, they expect me to say what they're thinking, but they don't know actually who I am.
No.
And they don't never ask the Phuc, are you happy? And how are you? They always ask, are you busy? Like nowadays, people always ask, are you busy? I say, what should I say? Yes, I'm busy, but this is not the first question about. They never ask, how are you today?
Phuc, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, I'm really fine, yeah. So this is
you live in the now, and that is what is important. How are you now? It's not the money, it's not being famous, and this is the thing I like about you.
Yeah.
You're just you.
Yeah.
Because Phucisme was something you created.
Yeah.
And this is the name of your Instagram, right?
Yeah. And this is quite story about this kind of Phucisme. It's kind of a kind of philosophy who you are, and it means Phuc is me.
Okay.
It's because you when you find a way to get into the world, it's actually called Phucisme. In Denmark we have isme. In English we have just without e. But somehow I just see that Phucisme is like Phuc is me. So whatever you are, is just be you. One time I lived in Copenhagen, moved back to Horsens. Then I really saw some gallery. Then I took my art with me and want to have a talk with the gallery. And then the first time I went into the gallery, the person never, she should ask me, hello, what is your name, something like that. Then she asked me, what are you doing here? Then I say, I want to show my art. And the first question she said to me, asked me, are you famous?
Okay.
So my mind to think, should I be famous, then become artist, or to be famous, to can exhibit in the gallery, into the gallery. And I get, my mindset, and that is weird, because she should ask me, may I see your work? Can I see your work? Then she asked the question, are you famous? And then the next question is, what is your style? But something like, you must be famous, you must have the good name, or you too much this kind of show me a way. Then I say, I'm so sorry, I'm not famous. I can, and you did not ask me what kind of style. You just, she should ask me, can I see your work? But she asked me what's the style, and I said, I have my own style. Maybe I inspire Picasso or Matisse, but not this kind of question that I feel welcome.
No.
So I just went out to the gallery, and then I said to her, I'm sorry I take her time, and I'm not famous to show in your space. But I know that art, for me, is the meaning. So I just went out. I said this kind of simple way that then I come out and I said to myself, Phuc, that is how it can be, Then I said, I want to be myself.
No matter what.
So this is the Phucisme come out from a kind of way, my philosophy to my Instagram. That's called Phuc is me. So just be myself. Whatever you do, this and this is, Then I say, to be artist, you must be free, and to do what you believe want to do.
I think it's beautiful. that it's important to just be you, and that everybody should be the thing that they are, thing or object or person, or it is like the heart trying to be the stomach, or the heart trying to be the lungs. When it is the heart as beautiful as it is, and everybody should be themselves, because there's some beauty in that.
Yeah.
There's some beauty in that.
Yeah. And just be kindly to meet people.
Yeah.
Then when your heart is open, I think to the other heart will be open too. Like I say, we still human, and I think if we can see that, I think there will be more peace in the world. Because we just one time we be here in the earth, and one time we go away. We will die, and we will not die. We just something left behind us, but it should be more organic, and not thing that can hurting people or nature or yourself.
Yeah,
The worst is you hurting yourself too.
Because we are all one.
Yeah.
We are one energy.
Yeah.
And hurting others is actually just hurting yourself.
Yeah,
and,
that's true. That's really true.
Yeah. And this is a thing that it comes more up now in this way of living, that we are one cell. We live in the same place.
Yeah.
We should take care of each other.
Yeah.
We should protect each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we only see ourselves in the relationship with others.
Yeah.
In the contrast.
And also this kind of like my art, this kind of reflection.
Yeah.
You reflect yourself, who you are, and then when you reflect yourself, you're understanding and you find the feeling into a painting or drawing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You transform to another way and give to the people, and that is really artistic way to transform.
Yeah,
and
because art is expression, right?
Yeah.
You express yourself.
And also a kind of communication.
Yeah.
To try to put the feeling away you want to tell the story. Yeah. And then the story must have kind of feeling into this subject or something meaning. Yeah.
Phuc, how can people reach out to you? How can they find you?
They can write an email to me or just see my Instagram, Phucisme. If they want to ask the question, I always take my time to write again, because some people think I'm quite busy, but when I think important, have a dialogue, whatever you want to ask me, maybe about into the art, so I really try my best to give you a tool so you can also be artist. Everybody can be artist.
Yeah.
Everyone can do what they want to do. Keep dreaming, keep proud, keep grateful. Everything in you is meaning who you are, but we take time to be a different process, different level. But don't ask me to be famous, because I never explain to how to be famous, because I'm not into this famous world. No.
You are just into being you.
Yeah, into be you yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not. And people say, oh, I like to be like me. I say, no, that's just one person. That's me, and you can be yourself, like you.
Just be you.
Just you, yeah. Because if everybody like me, it's going to be too boring.
Yeah.
So just be yourself and be you.
I don't think though, but because of your drawing, you have one here on your shirt. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a kind of a monster, and I think everybody have a monster inside the body, and the monster, every time I say people say, oh, like scary, like horror. I say, have you met a monster yourself? I say, so this is quite deep question, but they always think monster is very negative.
It's a concept.
Yeah, it's a concept.
Yeah.
We create the monster.
Yeah. Precisely.
The monster created not like the behavior. We just put in the monster a bad attitude or bad, something like. But I see the dramatic or the to be a monster. You can really make a monster in the good way, and who says, and they always I always ask the question, why is this always one way? There are different kind of monster, there are different kind of human being, but still the way they can show you who they are. So this is how I love to see, science fiction, horror movie, and people that scare. Of course, if they do not like in this kind of area, they kind of be strange things. But I love it because I also be strange somehow, but I'm still me. I to work and to feel, and my blood is still blood. So not to be like a monster that I kill people.
No, because every monster is the same. No, it's different. It's different. Sorry.
Yeah.
And every humans are different.
Different way.
Everybody is.
Different way. The same heart.
Yeah.
The same bones.
The same and not the
same. Yeah. The same and not the same. Yeah. But that is life, no?
Yeah.
Like I also discussed with my father lately, how we use the flowers to symbolize so many things.
Yeah.
It could be romantic, it could be love, it could be what you call in the if people have birthday, you give flower to the dead people, and the flower somehow present the symbolic. In the Buddhism way, lotus flowers is the flower into the Buddha, and then the rose is somehow to be romantic, and the different kind of flower in two different kind of area. Then I said to myself, wow, we human, we just give them a symbol to take care of this area, and who say that? who make a better decision? I say, wow, this is human.
Yeah, we do everything ourselves.
Yeah, we do, and we take, we transform into a space that might not into that space. Somehow we just creating because that is culture.
Yeah, culture created.
And then I say, no, if I really don't like rose.
So the flower will symbolize a lot of things, and just like human, we can actually be the person we want to be, or just be.
Just be, and don't nobody judge you or make decision where you're going.
No.
Because this is the flower, because it cannot reply back. I don't want this flower to be romantic. Who said that? So this is apart from human, that we can have a dialogue.
Yeah.
So we can also, because we're so different. Yeah. So don't put the people into the box. Give them a box so they can put something into the box, not the other ways. Yeah. Don't put the people into the box, but give a frame so people can make the context, the meaningful context.
So they can self-fill it.
Fill into the box meaningful and open and share to another box. Yeah. This is another way to see it. Again, this is how you must think outside the box, but not inside. Yeah. First you put some context and then create something outside too. So you see another word, like I say, underground and overground. If you just see underground because you're afraid, you must find a way to say overground is air, and air gives you life.
It is.
And also because you want to be underground, because you want to focus to creating yourself, and then you share to be overground, to be proud who you are. And this is contrast everything you want to do. Just find a contrast in your life. Yeah.
Not just the black and white.
True.
Phuc, I really am honored to sit here with you. And
thank you.
I was looking through Instagram. It's beautiful. And I hope that everybody out there look Phuc out in the Instagram under Phucisme, and follow him on your Instagram. You have Facebook, right? Also.
Yeah.
Yes. So follow him on Instagram and Facebook. And thank you for watching with us today. You can see this episode and also listen to it on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube, and also Instagram and Facebook. So thank you for today, and thank you, Phuc.
Thank you.